Hello guys, welcome back to our anime moments. Guys, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. Today is explanation of Swallowed Star episode number 269 based on novel. So let's start. Open the cabin door. The youth immediately opened the door and flew out. He was clear. If he hid within the cabin, it was just like turtle in a jar. He wouldn't be able to dodge the opponent's attacks at all and would lose all mobility. The Silver Wing Emperor is back again after failing last time. A pinnacle emperor like him, without a guarantee he wouldn't waste his time. That means he knows how to deal with me this time. The youth kept the cabin as he flew out and immediately fled. This was a space layer with countless fragments flying about. This was akin to large asteroids clashing about. How strong would this force be? An Undying may be able to fly within, but it did take quite some time to accelerate. The Silver Wing Emperor, however, was like a fish in water. The Showu wings were a treasure that could control its own space energy. Hence, it wasn't affected at all within this mad flow of fragments. It left behind a demonic image as it swiftly rushed at the black-armored youth. Stop! The youth was just about to unleash its time stop, but the beast had already dodged. Not good. The youth gritted his teeth. HMPH, since I know you have that ability, would I let you do it again? The beast was extremely fast, warping from place to place, attacking the youth. The time stop ability was only effective within a certain area. Just like a rifle from Earth. Hitting a still target was easy, but a moving target, especially one with extreme fast movement, was very hard. One theory was that since the beast was huge in size, unleashing time stop required using it over a large area, and with the beast warping about, it made it extra hard for the youth. Stop! The youth pointed at the beast. The tens of kilometer-long black whip waved about, wrapping around the golden horned beast. The beast's one wing was wrapped by the whip and its speed was affected. The youth was extremely happy. I've done it. Rumble. Even though the beast's left wing was held on by the black whip, it still rushed just as fast at the youth. Stop him. The youth grit his teeth. The thin long whip glowed with black light and constricted tighter. The left wing of the beast, however, wasn't damaged at all. This was the Showu wings, a true treasure. Even a universe master would find it extremely hard to damage this wing. The whip had a slight effect on it. But how could it possibly completely stop its movement? Rumble. The beast got close to the youth. Stop. The youth once again used his move. Stop my ass, explode. The beast rushed forward, howling within his consciousness. In an instant, a red terrifying pyramid-shaped crystal floated between the beast and the youth. Both were extremely close. Flame God Crystal. The youth revealed a look of fear. Especially when he felt the ripples of energy from the crystal, he was shocked. It's over, it's over. A Flame God Crystal is akin to a High Emperor. Has this Silver Wing Emperor lost his mind? This is a High Emperor's self-destruct. Even he, a Pinnacle Emperor, at this distance would lose a great portion of its undying body. Even so, he's not burning his undying body to kill me, rather, using such an expensive crystal? The youth had many thoughts in his mind before dying. Teacher, save me. The black-armored youth immediately broke an item within his world ring. I'll drag you along with me. At this moment, through his communicator, he began to send messages madly to the countless warriors within the demon camp. I'm about to fall, the enemy is the Silver-Winged Emperor, the coordinates are. This message was instantly sent to countless warriors. If he had spoken about the bounty, allowing others to contact the automaton race, the message would be instantly destroyed by the AI system. Because communicating with the other races was considered treason. The four camps, treason, was like betraying an entire race. Death sentence. Even a knight wouldn't be able to save him. Of course, a pinnacle being like a universe master may be able to do something. One had to know, many subservient races like the Gold Horn race etc. didn't have a being like a universe master. Disciple. In a distant region far away in the universe, the place where the Indonesia race lived. He's in the outer region wars, no. A similarly black-armored larger man roared, Disciple, you have to survive. Even though he had given his disciple an item with which he could teleport via his god country to there. But that was the outer region wars, the place where the four camps fought. It didn't allow any knights within. Unless it was a huge war. Otherwise, only beings under knight level were allowed within. Of course, a being like the primal Chaos City leader could occasionally break the rules due to his high status. The subservient races wouldn't dare say anything. However, no knights of any other race were allowed. Rumble. It may seem long, however the instant the crystal exploded, the black armored youth didn't even have time to get further than 1,000 kilometers away. Against that high Emperor self-destruct power, the closest 10,000 kilometers had the strongest explosion. Rumble. The space fragments that flowed madly about were instantly reduced to stream particles that couldn't be broken down any further. The youth and the beast did the exact same thing, defend. The beast closed its wings about itself, completely wrapping itself within. No, the youth immediately placed the G-grade cabin before him and controlled his yang flower, the plant life form, to block him. The plant life form knew that if its master died it would die too, hence it used all its might to defend him. Explosion! 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 The surrounding tens of thousands of kilometers were reduced to particles. Even with the G-grade cabin before him, the explosion spread all around. It at most reduced half of the explosion. In an instant, the youth and his yang flower were reduced to nothing, leaving behind only the G-grade cabin, weapons, G-grade metal world rings and other particles. The beast used its wings to protect itself. Rumble. Against the terrifying explosion, through the Showu wings and the general armor, the force was reduced to 1,000th of its original. Even so, it was still akin to a high Emperor's attack. The cloud contact armor wrapped about the entire beast was destroyed. Luckily, it was a high official, and its body was akin to a low Emperor human. Even though it was destroyed, because of its undying body, it didn't lose too much strength. The golden horned beast felt the ripples and was barely bothered by it. Naturally, it was just a small portion of the attack. Ha, a high Emperor's self-destruct is able to harm even a pinnacle Emperor. With the Showu wings and general armor, along with the undying body cloud contact vine, even against a pinnacle Emperor's self-destruct, I probably wouldn't die. Luo Feng was feeling exceptionally good. The blast was dispersing and reducing its strength gradually. The beast gazed into the distance, the G-grade cabin, black whip and world ring etc. were all floating there. Actually, the world rings used by the powerful warriors are mostly made of G-grade metals. As the rings take up very little metal, it was cheap and within the budgets of powerful undyings. How powerful were the ripples from an undying fight? If they used normal F9 grade metals for their rings, they would be easily damaged. Within a world ring, the nervous officials, normal undyings, the underlings of the black armored youth were all filled with fear as they learnt of their master's death. No! No! They only had enough time to shout out. Suddenly, plop! Plop! They all fell one by one. Even though their bodies were still present, their souls were destroyed. Just like when Hu Yangbo died back then, his slaves too all died along with him. The master's death. This also meant the death of the slaves. Even if they were incredibly strong, it couldn't change this. Amidst the mad flow of space, only slight ripples remained from the explosion. The beast relied on the Showu wings, general armor, and cloud contact armor to withstand the blast. It was unhurt by the explosion. Of which, the Showu wings and general armor were incredibly sturdy, and were able to diffuse over 90% of the blast. The cloud contact armor was unable to do so much, but it still withstood a large portion of the blast. Until it crumbled. Through the first two layers, the remaining force was still able to make a low Emperor-level cloud contact armor crumble. After that third layer, the force was negligible. The true defense was still within the Showu wings and general armor. These were both incredibly valuable treasures. The worth of the Showu wings needn't be mentioned, even knights would go mad for it. The general armor could diffuse the force of the attack, it was even more adept at blocking soul attacks. Humanity didn't have such a treasure. They didn't even know of its existence or know how to use it. Luo Feng was also trained in the Nameless Manual, hence he could use it. Ha. It took the loss of an 800 million points flame god crystal to kill you. Yet, it allowed me to get the treasure which makes all my cells go mad for. It's worth it. The golden horned beast flew up too, and its dark eyes looking at the G-grade cabin, the black whip and the two world rings along with the armor remains and so on. It felt a strong calling within its cells from one particular world ring. One that was over 10,000 times stronger than the calling of the soldier and general armor. Its cold eyes revealed excitement. Spending so much was totally worth it. At the edge of Yangji main continent, there was a majestic golden palace amongst the desert, and it stood out within the desert. Strong warriors normally hid themselves within mountain caves, underground caves, underwater caves, and so on. As for this incredibly visible palace, it definitely belonged only to pinnacle warriors of the area, and the current owner of this palace was Black Jade Emperor. As a pinnacle emperor with teleportation ability, he truly feared no one within the Yangji main continent. In the air above the palace, a 3 m tall silhouette appeared. It was a human-shaped black ball of flame. This flame gathered into a black-robed warrior. Black Grace Emperor. The powerful being Black Jade Emperor had immediately discovered the enemy arriving, communicating, "You are from the demon camp, why are you here? Do you want to fight?" They were both the top powers of the main continent, both with teleportation ability, and if they did fight, it would only be a waste of time. Black Jade Emperor. Ciweka. The black-robed warrior communicated. "I know the Silver Wing Emperor's location. If you want the coordinates, you'll have to exchange for it with 200 million indigo gems worth of treasure. Remember, this location is his current location, you'll have to act fast or he'll be gone soon." 2 silhouettes appeared outside the palace. One was a short skinny masked Black Grace Emperor with beast claws, and the other was the automaton Ciweka. Ciweka had been staying in this palace since he put out the bounty, because, the moment he got the whereabouts of the Silver Wing Emperor, he could immediately teleport over with Black Jade Emperor. "You say you know where he is? However, you want 200 million indigo gems just for the coordinates?" Ciweka roared. "It's a treasure worth 200 million indigo gems, and I have no way to use your automaton currency." Black Grace Emperor communicated. "You can continue to waste time. The longer you wait, the farther he'll go. Then you wouldn't be able to find him anymore. 12 seconds have already passed. Bastard." Ciweka gritted his teeth within. Even a pinnacle emperor wouldn't earn money this fast. Even if they took it easy for over 10,000 years, they probably wouldn't even earn this much, and yet he demanded this absurd amount just for the information. "I'll pay." Ciweka flipped his hand and a space ring appeared as he tossed it over. Black Grace Emperor received it and quickly scanned through. Not bad. These are the coordinates. He immediately sent it over to Ciweka and Black Jade. "You will come with us," Ciweka ordered. "Relax, this news was given to me from a low emperor, and it was probably before he died, it's definitely right. Since I've already received the 200 million indigo gems worth of treasures, I'll accompany you. Let's go." Black Grace was confident, as he truly feared no one here on the main continent. Ciweka, Black Jade, and Black Grace all instantly followed Black Jade's teleportation to the lake where Luo Feng had just fought the Black Armored Youth. Within the slits of space, the Golden Horned Beast didn't care much about searching through the items after detonating the Flame God Crystal. He immediately kept the G-grade cabin along with the 2 world rings and Black Whip into his own space. "I cannot delay. Before his death, he may have called for help, I better leave fast. I can go through the treasures later." The beast tore through space and returned back to the actual universe, appearing in the depths of the river. After which, he switched back to his Earth body, melding the Showu wings on his body. As to why, it was because the beast's body was simply too huge, since the body was over 100 kilometers along with a tail that was over 100 kilometers long too, as well as its wings. The mini-scanner only had a scanning area of 20 kilometers diameter, it couldn't even cover the entire beast's body. Rumble. He flapped his wings and flew up, rushing through the rock stratum and out of the deep river, out to the surface. He swiftly fled. The battle before caused too much of a commotion, the combined attack of the bug army may attract other warriors over. "I have to quickly flee." Luo Feng flapped his wings and unleashed strike travel. His speed accelerated, even though he was rushing, he was extremely happy within. He had planned for pretty long to get this treasure from that warrior. He had wanted to attack the moment he felt that calling, however he forced himself to return to the camp and raise his strength before returning. He finally managed to kill him and got the treasure. At the bottom of the river, Ciweka, Black Jade, and Black Grace all appeared simultaneously. Such powerful energy ripples. Black Jade communicated. Very strong indeed. Black Grace's expression changed too. "The Silver Wing Emperor may be here, keep scanning." Ciweka couldn't care less, immediately using his large scanner and small scanners to cover the area about. Not good. Luo Feng, who was flying swiftly, activated his large and mini scanners simultaneously. His large scanner detected the enemy. His small scanner was to protect himself and jam signals from stronger enemies. When the three warriors appeared in the cave beneath the river, Luo Feng's large scanner immediately detected them. It's them. Luo Feng was shocked. Luo Feng had no way to identify Ciweka because he had never revealed himself before in the battle before. As for Black Jade and Black Grace, however, Luo Feng immediately recognized them. When he was chatting with the other emperors back in the camp, he got to know of several beings he couldn't deal with on the main continent. Black Jade and Black Grace were amongst them. They actually teleported here. That automaton, he could very likely be the one who put the bounty on me, that extremely wealthy one. Luo Feng laughed as he recognized Ciweka. I have to thank you. If you didn't give me so much resources, the cloud contact vine wouldn't have been able to break through to Undying so quickly, and I wouldn't have been able to kill that Indonesia warrior and get his treasure too. Stop. Luo Feng was swiftly flying, slowed down fiercely and flew slowly. He relied on the mini-scanner to protect himself. Also, the moment he detected the enemies, he immediately shut off his large scanner. He didn't dare fly too quickly as it would generate space ripples and tears in space. This would make it easy for the enemy to track him. The three other race warriors activated their scanners. Anything? The three of them were all shocked. Black Grace Emperor. Ciweka looked at him. I trusted you and passed you the treasures immediately. However, the Silver Wing Emperor isn't even here. Did you give me the coordinates too late? Or are you deliberately deceiving me? It hasn't even been 30 seconds since I acquired the coordinates. Black Grace communicated. 30 seconds, he couldn't have fled more than 9 million kilometer, and our large scanners, the smallest has a diameter of 300 million kilometer, there's no way he's out of our scanning range. The fact that we cannot find him shows that his small scanner is very advanced. Advanced? Ciweka was unsatisfied. I battled him, his scanners were average. You battled him in the past, wouldn't he then go purchase a better scanner after? Black Grace scoffed. Don't fight. Black Jade roared. I'll head into the space slits to check if he's in there. Also, Black Grace, help feel the space about and see if there's any special changes in the ripples. The moment there's any, it might be him. Black Grace nodded. I've already got my treasures, I'm willing to help. Tear. Black Jade tore through the space and pierced deep in, emerging a few seconds after. Anything? Ciweka looked at him. There are countless fragments within but nothing special. Black Jade said. I think he should have returned to the original universe after his battle. The chances of him being within is very low. Let's check the surrounding area well. Okay. Ciweka nodded. There were many ways to scanning the space about. The easiest was to use undying energy to scan, however this was a crude way of doing so. A higher level scan would be like using a scanner. The level of scan would be dependent on how advanced the scanner itself was. A lousier scanner would be like a normal undying scanning, a better one would exceed even an emperor's. A higher level one would be using law domain or world projection. Law domain and world projection both were usage of the universe laws. These were things only warriors of this level had, it wasn't something one could simply have with comprehension. Within a law domain, the god was the owner. Within the world projection, the sector lord was the owner, they could clearly feel everything within. Of course. The Thunder Hell of 9 Absolute God Country were other space techniques that could do this. I've set up my Hexagon prison with a diameter of 100 million kilometer. Ciweka said. As long as he's within 100 million kilometer, I will find him. The three of them rushed out into the air above the lake. After which Black Jade brought Ciweka and teleported swiftly to 6 spots about, leaving behind a ship in each location. One had to know that the 9 Absolute God Country was very mysterious. It was something an automaton knight spent a lot of time and effort on, and it had many uses. Even without one ship, even though it couldn't unleash its strongest God Country. The other 8 still had many uses. Each ship could even unleash a domain more powerful than Thunder Hell. 6 ships in different locations, they activated the hexagonal prison. Countless beams of light shot out and engulfed the 100 million kilometer area, spreading over the mountains and permeating through tens of millions of kilometers of land and river. Everything was within its scanning area. Luo Feng, who was flying slowly to avoid creating space ripples naturally, was covered within. In the air above the vast land, 6 pyramid ships floated in the distance. With the 6 of them as base points, they shot out countless beams of light that interweaved and linked together, forming a white space. It was almost like a white fox base, the Hexagon prison. Over 100 million kilometers in area was completely cut off from the outside world. Within this prison, even weapons or incredibly weak creatures cannot escape detection. Sci-fi floated in the air above the river. Even the river and mountains were all part of the white fox space. Incredible. Black Grace Emperor said, shocked. This is something an automaton knight built. Black Jade smiled. Any automaton was a master of mechanics. They could easily build a huge empire, and of course as they got stronger and their comprehension grew, the things they built would naturally get stronger. The things a knight-level master built would naturally be extremely rare and expensive. That Silverwing Emperor cannot escape. Sci-fi said softly. Search. He gritted his teeth, check every inch of this place, anything with a life imprint or life force, search it all. The Hexagon prison's mist suddenly shot out visible white threads, as countless threads began to search the area within thoroughly. For such a scan, just one wave alone was incredibly detailed, and the amount of energy it used was incredible. It was enough to make a normal undying broke. One suspicious item, too. The 6 pyramids swiftly reported. 39 seconds had passed and the search was completed. They found 82 suspicious items. Lock in on them. Target confirmed. Sci-fi ordered. Black Jade, to save some time, come with me to check these items. Sci-fi looked at Black Jade beside him and said. Black Jade nodded. The area within the prison was after all over 100 million kilometers, and these 82 targets were scattered throughout. Just flying alone would take over 1 hour, and they couldn't afford to waste time. The more time they wasted, the easier it was for these to change. These are the 82 points. Sci-fi swiftly sent them over. Leave it to me. Black Jade grabbed onto Sci-fi and swiftly arrived at the first point. HM? Sci-fi looked at the alloy remains wrapped about by the white threads, sending his undying energy to scan it further, frowning, it's just the remains of a universe ship. On to the next one. Black Jade once again teleported. Of the 82 suspicious items, 62 were ship remains, 9 were weapon fragments, 10 were fragments of damaged undying bodies and 1 world ring. Basically anything with any energy was detected. When they found the world ring, Sci-fi was very happy. He shouted, Silverwing Emperor, do you think that I wouldn't detect you if you hid in a world ring? He immediately destroyed the ring, and normal items scattered around. Several of the sturdy items were okay, while everything else, Sci-fi didn't even find anything that could hide the Silverwing Emperor. This world ring, according to my scan of the surrounding rocks, have been here for over 100 million years. This was one from a battle that long ago, it's weird that it wasn't discovered. Black Jade said, however, the Silverwing Emperor won't be inside. Just where is he? Sci-fi gritted his teeth. Black Grace. Sci-fi looked at him. The black-robed Black Grace Emperor said coldly, don't suspect a pinnacle emperor. I wouldn't degrade myself and lie just for your 200 million indigo gems worth of treasure. These warriors all had eternal lives. At their level, respect and dignity was much more important than anything. While they may massacre others or get cursed, there were some matters like lying and cheating that would be considered as a huge disgrace. If it were some huge treasure, that may be explainable. But for 200 million indigo gems, this was something a pinnacle emperor wouldn't do. Then where is he? Sci-fi floated in the air above the river and looked about. There are 3 possibilities. Black Jade communicated mentally. First, he's hiding in a slit of space and hasn't returned to the actual universe, and he's deep within. From a normal standpoint, the chances of him digging deeper into the slit of space after a battle is extremely low, not over 1%. Second, he's within the Hexagon prison, only we cannot find him and the prison cannot detect him. This can mean that his scanner or other techniques are very advanced, and the chances of this happening is at 20%. Third, he's escaped your Hexagon prison area, and this has the highest probability. How did he escape? Sci-fi looked at him. There are many methods. Black Jade said, Silverwing is well known for his instantaneous speed and dodging. With his accomplishments in space laws, he may have comprehended teleportation. After killing the enemy, he may have teleported away. Teleportation? It hasn't been a year, how could he learn that so quickly? Sci-fi shook his head, it cannot be. It's hard to say. Black Jade continued, another reason is that after his enemy sent out messages before his death, it may have been leaked to the human camp. The Silver Wing Emperor definitely has friends within the human camp. Just when we were about to make a move the last time, didn't someone come and teleport him away? It may be the same this time. I don't believe this. I don't believe. Ciwka gritted his teeth. Even though he knew that Black Jade's words were logical, he didn't want to accept it. He couldn't accept the Silver Wing Emperor escaping once again. Hexagon prison, use maximum energy. Ciwka ordered, area, the entire prison. Destroy. Destroy everything within the prison, the rivers, the mountains, etc., reduce them to nothing. Ciwka's eyes gleamed with madness. Reduce this entire area of over 100 million kilometers to nothing, only then will there be no doubt. Rumble. Large amount of energy poured from the 6 ships, and mad explosions occurred within the entire area. One had to know that the strongest combined attack from the Bug King army would at most spread over 10 million kilometers. This huge area was much bigger. Hence the strength of attack within each area would definitely not compare to the Bug Clan's attack. It could at most destroy E2 or E3 grade metals. No matter how strong the energy was, after it spread over such an huge area, the overall damage would be lessened. Though this was weak. The river stones and mountains, other than few exceptionally sturdy ones, were mostly unable to withstand such an attack. An endless stream of rocks and mountains were exploding to nothing, and the rivers were destroyed too, with large amounts of the ground disappearing. 99.9% of everything was reduced to nothing. Only few things remained torn apart. Some other even more sturdy items remained undamaged. Actually, back when Luophone was in Shattered Stars, every fragment there could take a Sector Lord Pinnacle's attack. Even though Yangji main continent was much bigger, its materials weren't as sturdy. Damn. He's actually doing something like that. This energy usage must at least be akin to a High Emperor's self-destruct. A seemingly split-apart rock lay amongst the rubble. Its energy and material etc. all seemed just like any other rock. In truth, it was the transformation of the Mosha clansman. By relying on its natural ability of cloning, it completely transformed into a rock. Hence, unless a warrior uses his undying energy to scan the internal portion of this rock, simply relying on scanners of its appearance, there was no way for them to know. Spread over 100 million kilometers. So much energy was used. Using a flame god crystal would be understandable, which was the most expensive method to condense an undying's energy. However, relying on a device to do so, so much energy must be worth tens of millions of mixed elements, that automaton punk must be furious. Attack! Attack and destroy everything. Ciwka gritted his teeth. He wanted to completely destroy everything within this area, only then would he be satisfied and sure that the Silver Wing Emperor got away. When Luophone was trapped in this situation, within a spacious hall in the virtual universe. There were 108 ancient thrones within, and every one of them had warriors, be it human or other races. They gave off terrifying energies. We gathered everybody because, according to information from the Outer Region Wars, the human sector Lord Luophone has successfully killed a low emperor. A purple-armored giant with a peculiar helmet spoke. Impossible. He cannot kill a low emperor yet. I request for everybody to view the footage. The news made many about deny it immediately. Attention, relying only on his sector lord body, is naturally unable to kill a low emperor. However, the contribution points were awarded to him. It means he does have some special methods to kill a low emperor. According to the rules of our Hong Alliance, since he's done so, whether it's treasures or methods, as long as one kills a low emperor, it means we can bring him in. The purple armored being said. This video will end here. Thank you for watching.